Vail 1.6 is finally here. After so much waiting, we finally have one of the most long-awaited Vail updates of all time. So without further ado, let's get into it. Up first, we have the long-awaited mining helmet. This will give you invincibility to players and stop you from hurting players while in any Citadel lobby. It lasts until you leave the lobby and costs 100 gel. They can be stacked into your items inventory and can be spawned at any point to put on. On top of that, they also give you a buff of 25% more ore wheels. So, if you pick up a legendary ore crystal, it won't give you 100 ore, it will give you 125 ore. You can find these in the ore shop or right next to the pickaxe, next to the quarry to purchase. All you have to do is spawn it in, put it on your head, and then look at your wrist to make sure that it's activated. Next up, we have the golden pickaxe. This golden pickaxe is purchasable for $30 inside of the ore shop, or it's available for as long as you subscribe to any tier of the Vail Alliance. This item also gives you 25% more ore for every shard you pick up. However, if you put the golden pickaxe and mining helmet together, you won't get 1.5x ore, you'll get 2x, which is really good for people who love to mine. These two items fix two great concerns that many people had with mining. One of them being the fact that mining was essentially PvPvE. You had to not only fend off the Wassies, but also the children of the Citadel at the same time. Now you only have to deal with one. And not only that, your yield of ore can be higher at the same time. There have been a grand total of around 300 new skins that were added to the capsules. But not all of them are different. You see, some of these new skins are essentially copies of others, but they have different conditions. For example, one can look slightly more used than the other. This can definitely add some variety to some of the skins that you've already grabbed. But don't worry, they only apply to some of the lower tier skins. All of the upper tier skins such as Lab Rat, Obsidian, and FDE won't have any changes like that. And while we're on the topic of skins, rarities have been changed. You can say goodbye to the old 5-tier system because now there's a grand total of 6. Standard, Enhanced, Rare, Elite, Legendary, and the 6th tier, which used to be called Mythic, is now known as Redacted. Redacted is reserved for the most rare skins or some that are known to be exclusive. So if you had an exclusive skin that used to be legendary, take another look and check and see if it's become redacted. The ore shop just got its first amount of skins added to it. There are a grand total of 3 that you can purchase. All 3 of them are called Heatsink, and there's a Colonist Head, AK-303, and PL-14, available for 25,000, 15,000, and 100 ore respectively. All of these skins are pretty good, but definitely not at the top of my list. We have a grand total of 3 new maps to play on, 2 training ground maps and 1 1v1 map. The first map is Training Grounds Nade Ball. Nade Ball seems to have taken much inspiration from the well-loved Arena and AIM-K maps. The only weapons you have are frags and knives. It seems to be structured much like Dodgeball with a giant fence in the middle that is climbable. That way if you want to jump over to the enemy's side and deal a bunch of damage, you can do so. All of the grenades besides the one that spawn on your arms are also found in the middle of the map. This is a great map for just screwing around and having fun, and also practicing your grenade throws and timing. The second map is Training Grounds Maze. Maze is exactly what you would think it is. It's a maze of crates, with a giant bridge over top. The only weapons you have here is a Desert Eagle, a knife, and an MR96 up in the middle of the bridge. This is a great map to practice with your pistol aim, being able to hear footsteps around corners, and then cutting those corners to blow your enemies' heads off. And the final map is 1v1 Frio. This map isn't too terribly exciting because it's just regular Frio, but with the map essentially cut into a third. Although I do think it is a great addition to the 1v1s. The last thing that was added to 1.6 were the new Prestiges, starting with Prestige 4 Last Hope, which is on Rayo, with a brand new animated emblem and character skin. While the character skin itself isn't my favorite, I do think the head is pretty interesting because it seems to take much inspiration from the Prestige 2 head. And then finally we have Prestige 5 New World. Once again, the Colonist skin isn't exactly my favorite, although this time around I do like the head. Both of these have dropped this update, so you can immediately start grinding for them right now. This update is out to download, so make sure you go take a look at it and let me know down below what you think of it.